com. TOEFL iBT speaking 26. Aaron at speaking26.com. TOEFL iBT speaking 26. Aaron at speaking26.com. I was working with a pharmacist on TOEFL iBT speaking question number 1. She told me something that I'm sure you have also felt or told yourself before. And it was this. She said, after stopping with about 10 seconds left on the 45-second timer, she said, I didn't have anything else to say. Hey, test taker, listening and watching, benefiting from this advice so that you can finish your TOEFL faster. Have you ever felt that way on TOEFL IBT speaking question number 1? The 45-second answer, have you ever not finished? Have you ever finished speaking even though the 45-second timer was still ticking? The 45 seconds was not finished yet, but you were finished. Has that ever happened to you? When she told me that, I said, I know that you feel that you can't give a 45-second answer. I'm sure that you have felt that way many times before when you're practicing on your own. But the statement you just made is false. You absolutely have things to say. The question was about, it was a question about parents and children. And I told her, you're a parent. I said, if you think that you cannot answer this question, if you think that you cannot speak for 45 seconds about this question, how do you feel about the non-parent pharmacists who have to answer this same TOEFL IBT speaking question number 1? That's when she realized how much damage her speaking templates and all her other strategies that came before me that have nothing to do with me. That's when she realized how damaging, how much her old strategies before me were negatively affecting her. What do you think? What do you think about a parent saying, I can't speak for 45 seconds about a question that's about parents and children? It wasn't until I contrasted that with the non-parents have to answer this same question. It wasn't until that comparison when she realized her old habits, her old approach, her old strategies, speaking templates, personal examples, and an artificial emphasis on complex sentences was hurting her, was slowing her down from getting 26 on speaking. So when you think about another person, it's kind of amazing for you to hear this right now. You can totally imagine, visualize this person, right? There's been many times when you feel that you couldn't speak for 45 seconds. So it's easy for you to imagine another person saying that. And then you can also see how that if the question is about a parent, she should have she definitely has the confidence to raise her kid at however she sees fit. A person's life, does it get any bigger than that? I know it gets smaller than that. Question 1 is smaller than that. So since she's going to raise her kid however she wants, she can definitely answer this question however she wants. She doesn't need to listen to somebody telling her step by step by step by step how to answer. a lack of confidence. They say that people who don't believe in God, any God, your choice, your religion, the culture we were randomly born into, your choice. They say that people who don't believe in a higher power, one of the reasons why they want to believe in aliens or something like this is because even though they don't believe in a religious higher power, they do want to believe in some kind of something else being out there. Okay. So when she started to get strategies for TOEFL speaking question number one, she, like you, may have wanted to believe that somebody had an answer, somebody had a formula. All you have to do is two reasons plus two examples will equal your 26. But after she's tried many times and that hasn't worked, and then tells me that she can't speak for 45 seconds about the question, but then when I tell her the question is about being a parent and she has the moment, that's when you realize a little bit, not completely like I know, but that's when she can realize a little bit how damaging speaking templates has been, how damaging all of the strategies that I don't agree with have been. I'll try to help you as much as I helped her. Let's go for it. So, like I told her, I'll tell you now. All of those attempts that you've had on the TOEFL and didn't pass, of course you didn't pass. Look at the strategy that you were using. Like her, you were probably using a strategy that makes parents unconfident to answer a question about parenting. Instead of remembering that it's on a familiar topic, question number one, as TOEFL says, familiar topic, instead of remembering that you get to answer any way that you want, you wanted to believe that somebody has a formula. Two reasons plus two examples plus a personal example will equal 26. You wanted to take comfort in somebody having a formula to give you. Instead, take comfort in what TOEFL has told you. It's a familiar topic, which means you get to answer it based off of your familiarity. Stop trying to give answers for other people. Stop trying to think if the American human grader is going to agree with your opinion, and instead make sure that you are saying something that you fully agree with. There's that word independent from the scoring rubrics. Ding, 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 ding. Speaking26.com. Aaron at speaking26.com. Okay, guys, good luck on your TOEFL.